My name is Rhapsody. Welcome back to Slay the Spire modded with Mod the Spire Launcher, Base Mod, Replay the Spire, Always Whale, Fetch Mod, Colored Map, the Construct, and the Servant 0.8.9. All of them linked in the description down below. It is time again to play the Servant. Hello again. Random rare relic for 21 damage, isn't that bad? It's counterbalance. We saw this at the very end of the last run. During boss and elite fights, enemy strength gain, block gain, and healing is reduced by half. Who's our boss on this floor? I mean, you do gain block occasionally, so could be handy. There's a 3 elite path that has a bunch of questos, so we'll go for that. Double defense, single strike. Kidney shot. I probably shouldn't just assume that the base deck is the same as it was last time. Draw 2 cards, discard 2 cards, obtain 2 knives. Well, that's different. It now draws cards. And its upgrade doesn't change its cost, but it changes the amount you draw or discard. Okay. What's a better setup for a discard synergy now? Oh, of course. I forgot. I literally just read it and I immediately forgot. Okay. Time embedded. Gain 5 protection, convert all blocked protection. Hightail gains 7 protection, X times backlash X, and alleviate. Alleviate is part of a discard build. It's just I don't have anything for the discard build yet. I don't think I take any of these yet. Protection persists though. So this is blur. This is blur. This card is blur. Right? Gain 5 block. Retain all of your block next turn. And it goes up to 8 as well. This is blur. Blur's good. I mean, I'm not going to see an argument against that here. Move another card from my deck here. Probably. Potential, as well as Time Warp. Deal 10 damage to draw a card. Shift to draw a card. Okay. I think that's different now. So it's not only not only does it benefit from a discard build, but it also funds a discard build. Interesting. Manipulate is the same as it's ever been. Misdirection. I think Misdirection's actually like astronomically powerful. And I think I just have been ignoring it so far. I'm going to stop doing that. To immediately upgrade it, because it's a high priority play because it applies that blight. Definitely just got to go all out aggressive here though. The fact that it weakens as well as applies a blight makes it worth using that block early. Despite the fact that usually I would not use a block that early in this combat. Also, counterbalance is actually reducing the amount of strength gain the enemy is getting as a result of it. It's extremely handy. Not bad. Not bad for that fight. Vajra studies combat with 1 strength. Okay. Whoa, gear up is new. Gain 6 protection, obtain 4 knives. Convert 1 knives to satellite. Satellite, whenever you use an attack, lose 1 satellite and attack an extra time for 4 damage. Whenever you're attacked, lose 1 satellite and deal 4 damage to the attacker. Satellites count as knives. So you can expend knives? What is this in its worst case scenario? Gain 6 protection, 4 block. Sorry, gain 6 protection. 4 knives. I'm going to take it. I don't know about this though. Fast forward has been changed yet again. If there's no attack in your hand, draw 2 cards. That's now Impatience. That's the card Impatience. I imagine this one may have actually been designed before Impatience though. Or rather, at least before the release of Impatience. Okay, so that's my protection stacker. Cool. Cool. Just gotta focus on that. You're not influenced by weak, vulnerable, or... Ooh, the card art on that one, though. Nice. Take another gear up. I'm gonna try and go with this satellite build. All these smooth stone started to come up with 1 dex. Well, I guess that's the difference, right? Dex doesn't affect protection. I'm assuming... Yeah, no, it doesn't. Cool. Was worth double checking, but still. I was broadly assuming that that would be the difference. All right. We'll misdirect you. Then I'm going to gear up twice. So it's like a consumable version of Thorns, but you can use it offensively or defensively. So it like seconds your attack occasionally. I should be taking no damage, right? If I understand protection, I take no damage this turn. Good. I understand protection. I weakened that target so that I wouldn't take any damage to my protection this turn. Probably those. Alright. So I'm 1 entirely unblocked turn away from devastation. Nope, not anymore. Perfect. So the satellite is 4 more damage when it's up. Is it affected by Blight? I have to imagine so. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to guarantee that. I'm Memorian to get the next 2 curses you obtain, as well as an energy potion, unsheath gear up, as well as time warp. I think... if I just take a bunch of gears up and then... gear ups, rather. And then upgrade all of them, don't I just win? Maybe I'm just not reading it correctly. Sabotage is deal 5 damage. Enemy loses strength equal to the damage for 1 turn. Exhaust. And upgrades to 8. Could be slightly better, could be slightly worse. Misdirection, gear up, gear up. Let's get those satellites on. Uh-huh. There's our kidney shot. Not a huge fan of the protection that I have to keep gaining in here. That's okay. Misdirection, sabotage, and then stab him. We are extraordinarily close to the kill right now. That'll do it. Beautiful. Only lost 7 HP there. Shuriken, every time you play 3 attacks in a single turn, gain 1 strength. Well, now we know definitely what we want. Vision. Deal 6 damage to all enemies and put this card into your hand. It may be upgraded any number of times. Oh my gosh. So does it... this card can be upgraded any number of times. Does this follow the same path that a lot of other things that can be upgraded any number of times, like Searing Blow, do? Does it follow the same path? Which is to say, it increases its return every single time. I don't think this is the build for Returning Blade, because I do want to keep this thin, and I do want to kind of keep it to the gears up, but still. That's interesting. Cool. It seems like the satellite hit is not only amplified by strength, but it's also amplified by blight. Not bad. Double edge to apply 2 vulnerable is actually pretty powerful. Backlash 2 means that oftentimes it will give me 2 different negatives. like vulnerability, frailty, or weakness. If it gives me 2 different ones, they exhaust at the end of my turn. So this is just a way to put vulnerability on targets. Still don't think I'd do it. Barrier for 8 block and 8 protection goes up to 11 block, 11 protection. All right, is that... Let's think of the closest analog. Would 22 block for 2 energy be broken? Yes. And as I understand it, protection is effectively better block. It's pretty good. Again, I don't think it has a place in this build because we literally just play defensively and let our enemies hit us. That's our whole idea, is we're going to play ridiculously defensively and our enemies are going to run up against our thorns. Flawless form gains 16. Oh, okay. This has been buffed since last I saw it. So that's interesting because gain 16 protection means that most combats, not more than 16 damage is dealt on the first turn. So upgrading this to become innate and having it, consume your entire first turn isn't as cumbersome as it used to be. That's interesting. I like that. Moonlight's actually probably also really, really, really good here as a pickup. Yeah. Taking double edge too. I'm actually going to put it more attacking. I forgot about the shuriken for a second there. Okay. I think one thing I'm definitely going to want is those gears up upgraded as quickly as possible. So you get to weaken them this turn. Moonlight, kidney shot. We'll just throw a gear up in there as well. Gear up. Double edge. Yeah, we got 2 different ones. Nice. That's exactly what we wanted. Yeah. Our protection is just getting higher and higher every turn. We'll be fine ultimately. I'd love to have attacked that turn, but I would much prefer to have not. It was actually way better to. And then we'll also sabotage there, just so that we, number 1, exhaust the sabotage, but number 2, get a trigger of the shuriken. Yep, we've got him. We could actually probably just, like, outright attack them from now on. They're not beating the ridiculous... What the... Wait a second. Equal to the damage for 1 turn. Why have you still got -5 strength? Huh. Murderous Aura. At the start of your turn, apply 1 blight to all enemies. That's the kind of thing that we want in this deck. Convert... Whoa, never mind. Convert 2 knives to satellites whenever you lose a satellite, gain 2 protection. Obviously, that's what we go for. That's 3. I assume that's also upgraded, but I can't tell. Taking the Silver Matrix. No energy. That's rough. I'm going to go with the Ring of Chaos just because I like chaos, and it could be fun. Really maximum, but it's kind of garbage path. Eh, I'm willing to do it. Silver Matrix. Time embedded and a kidney shot there as well. Good lord. They both decided to escape on the first turn they were viable to do so. Yikes. I was never getting the other one, I guess. It's fair enough. This is mostly a defensive deck. Despite the fact that I keep going from defensive to offensive to defensive to offensive. Canned time. 1 energy, draw 5 cards is insane, but can we use it? Misdirection. Applied to... No, it's not worth it. This is modified as well. Interesting. I wonder what the actual base version of it is. It's modified by the Ring of Chaos at the moment. Silver Matrix, Gear Up, Sabotage. I don't think there's any reasonable contest against that right now. Regains 6 strength. It did. Okay, so I don't know why the other one didn't. Just weird. No clue what interrupted on its part. Yikes. Made myself vulnerable to the tune of actually pumping up the enemy, despite the fact that I was trying to really jeopardize their ongoing attack damage by weakening them. Damn. I think there's something to this build, but there's a lot of moving parts right now, and I'm just trying to get my head around it. Convert 4 knives to satellites, gain 2 block for each satellite. Yeah. There's also double your protection, exhaust, shift, gain 5 protection, upgrades to 1 cost. That's really dangerous. Because protection is block that persists, right? Let's just say it's block that persists. Having also a doubling effect, that's entrenched. That card is entrenched. The previous card we just saw, it's entrenched. It's like your starting fight with Barricade already in play. If you play a protection deck. I don't know. I want to play one of them, but it seems pretty powerful. That said, I'm not going to say anything until I try it. Silver Matrix dancing. Cool. Gear up. I'm basically just looking for another gear up, by the way. I'll get with misdirection. My knives! Gear up. Dancing silver. Oh, just giving me so much protection back. I love it. And this time I actually will play a defense. Alright, 29 damage. I need the ability to gain more knives. That's definitely a problem we're currently facing in the deck. Oh, the D for dimensional knives, that now has a place in this build. Rearm, question mark, draw 7 cards, obtain 5. If I had Snaggle Eye, that would be insane. Potential. Also, it just shifts this to deal more upfront damage, but less with the shift. Oh, that's not great. Alright. Probably gear up Moonlight Time Embedded. This isn't going to be a great combat for us, though, unfortunately. Could be, I guess. If this is how it's going to work out. I'll do these strikes first, then double edge. Because the enemy was already vulnerable. So I didn't need to do the vulnerability first. Good. Hit him back with a satellite as well. Sure. Easy sabotage and dunk him. Nice. Another venom potion, but manipulate adds 2 temporal cards. You drop off 0. That's probably something I can't pass up. Also, the world has been changed. Draw 3 cards. The next card you play costs turns. No, it hasn't. Oh, it exhausts now, I guess. So you can't Zawarador until everything's dead forever. It's fair enough. Alright, gear up, sabotage, backline. It feels weird to have Shuriken and not really be capitalizing on it, but I'm trying to use the new mechanic of the whole ridiculous satellite thing. That said, I'm actually still not even serious. Still not even sure if it's that good. It's gonna take me a long time to clarify a position on him. Actually, another thing that I should probably check is the temporal defense has now been changed. Gain 4 block, gain 4 protection. On draw. Yeah, heavy draw builds could totally make use of that. And gain some sneaky strength there. And let the enemy die against me. Alright. Misdirection, again, same as it was last time. Multi-shot, throw 2 knives, deals 4 damage to a random enemy and draws 1 card. No. Doesn't really have a place in this deck. Silver Matrix, manipulate, misdirection. Totally on board, and yeah, may as well Moonlight. Come on, get me a dimensional knives, damn it. Not bad. Not bad at all. And we can just kidney shot, defend, time embedded, and wait. Just try and hit me, I dare you. Alright, Golden Egg. Whenever you add a rare card to your deck, it is upgraded. Also, cards from purchased from the merchant are upgraded. It's an unupgraded version of the Manipulate we have in our deck. Unruled. Greater upfront damage, smaller stack damage, I think is the effect there. Well, I'm gonna take a bunch of money, obviously. So I'm not taking enough damage to stop myself from doing that. Okay. I'm so silent this episode. I'm sorry. It's taking a lot of thought from me. If that gives me vulnerability, I can't play it, so. Just gonna strike the back line now. I might be dead. It seems quite likely. So, I'm going to weaken you. Defend. My next hand needs to be basically all defenses. Which is good, because I still have my defenses left in my deck. Managed to pick up some protection that turn. Generate some satellites. Only got 6 protection. We're vulnerable this turn as well. This is the best defensive turn I can do, so if this doesn't keep me alive, nothing's going to. Don't have Temporal in my deck anymore, and that's probably my death knell. See, the reason I haven't been using the Venom Potion is because, yeah, it lowers your strength. If I used it at the absolute very start of the fight, it possibly would have let me kill someone this turn. I don't think we would have been saved, though. Damn. I need to have another look at the entire card set for the Servant before I record another episode on them, because the overhaul is significant. The new strategy and protection in particular, and the protection synergistic cards, they're pretty simple, right? You can analogize them to other things, right? You can vaguely figure out how powerful their effect should be or could be based on similar other elements that already exist in the game. Satellite is more difficult because it's half like strength up, I guess, because it attacks for a second time, but it's like half Echo Form, half strength up, and then half Thorns. It's 3 halves. It's insane. I really need to look at that satellite mechanic more clearly. Because to me, that felt like I was playing an entirely new character. I had no clue what was going on, basically at any time. That's why I try, at the very least, to play a lot of, well, not a lot, but a fair amount with each modded character before I start doing a series on it. Because if I look at cards in a vacuum, and there's nothing I can easily just like, there's no easy analogy to theorize about, it becomes really, really, really difficult. I just get overloaded and I make bad decisions. I'm certain I misplayed a really huge amount in that run, but a large amount of it is because I just don't understand the card set yet, and I don't understand the mechanic set yet. I will in the future. For the moment, though, my name is Rhapsody, and the name of the game has been Slay the Spire. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves. There's a playlist in the description down below with all my content on this game, past, present, and future, as well as a link to each of the GitHub repository pages where you can pick up the mods that were showcased in the episode, as well as a handy dandy little video down there from yours truly instructing you on how to install them. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you next time.